This week's parsha is the most important parsha in the entire Torah. You may ask, why is this week's parsha the most important in the entire Torah? Well, let me tell you. Parsha Terumah moves away from the narrative and societal laws of the last few weeks and gets into the details of the Mishkan. We have the details of the ark, the cherubs, the table, and the menorah. We read about the curtains, the clasps that hold them together, and the structures that support it. We read about the altar and its utensils and how we are to put all of it together to create the Mishkan. But none of that is why this is the most important parsha in the Torah. The reason this is the most important parsha is because it introduces the idea of holiness, of place. Right near the start of this week's parsha, we have Hashem telling Moshe, "Let them make me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them." Importantly, it does not say, "Let them make me a sanctuary that I may dwell in it." The Mishkan is not a home for Hashem. Obviously, Hashem does not need a home, but the parsha seems to be saying that for some reason, in order for Hashem to dwell among us, a sanctuary, a specific holy place is needed. Why is that? Obviously, Hashem can dwell anywhere. If Hashem wants to dwell among us, he can. No questions asked, no Mishkan is needed. So the idea that I may dwell among them can't be about Hashem. If it's not about Hashem, it must be in some way directed at us. Somehow, our creating the Mishkan, creating a holy place, enables Hashem to dwell among us. But how does creating a holy place accomplish that? What does it mean for a place to be holy? Let's look at some of the locations that the Torah describes as being holy. When Moshe went to see the burning bush, Hashem tells him, do not come any closer, remove your sandals from your feet, for the place on which you stand is holy ground. And back in Sefer Bereshit, when Jacob dreamed of the ladder, he awoke and said, "Indeed, Hashem is in this place, and I knew it not. Had I known, I would not have slept in this holy place." The burning bush was on Mount Sinai. Jacob's dream was on the Temple Mount. These are holy places because something holy happened there, or perhaps the converse. Something holy happened there because the site has some inherent holiness. These fixed locations have inherent holiness. Hashem seems to be felt more powerfully in these particular locations. But the Mishkan is different. The Mishkan is a portable sanctuary. It's not holy because of its location. Its location is always moving. Something else makes it holy. And the opening of the parsha may give us a little insight. The parsha opens with, "And Hashem spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and let them bring for me an offering. From every man whose heart moves him, you shall take my offering. This is the offering which you shall take of them, gold, silver, and copper, etc., etc., and let them make for me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them." The people donate valuable materials and participate in a grand building effort. Perhaps that is what makes the Mishkan holy. The nation of Israel coming together as one, in and of itself, is an act of holiness and can imbue the location, even a moving location, with holiness. And through coming together to create that holiness, they create a society where Hashem can dwell among them. The ultimate place to connect with Hashem is the Beis HaMikdash. It's built on a site of inherent holiness, where heaven and earth meet. But until we merit its rebuilding, we have to rely on other options. Most of us would have learned as children the famous teaching of the Gaon, Uncle Moishi. Hashem is here, Hashem is there, Hashem is truly everywhere. And since the entire world is filled with Hashem, we can connect with Hashem anywhere. But when something is everywhere, it may as well be nowhere. When something is accessible all the time, we tend to appreciate it none of the time. We can connect to Hashem anywhere, but there's something special about connecting to Hashem in synagogue. If we have no synagogue available to us, yes, we can pray just about anywhere in our home, but it's better to designate a spot, make it beautiful, and use it all the time. It's the act of designating that spot for connecting to Hashem that makes that spot holy. Just like the act of bringing gold and silver, linen and wool, incense and gems to build the Mishkan made it holy. We have the power, each one of us, to invite Hashem to dwell among us. Let's not waste it. That's one reason why this is the most important parsha in the entire Torah. But the other reason is that the most important piece of Torah is whatever piece of Torah you have in front of you right now. Shabbat Shalom, and Am Yisroel Chai.